Green belt. The following techniques are demonstrated at varying speeds and from different angles. Crab claw scissor throw. Take wrist, drop your right hand to the floor and your right leg behind, keeping it straight. Following the takedown, strike to the bridge of the nose using a hammer blow. Cross hock throw. Block, heel kick to upper spine, sweep backwards against his leg, raise attacker and kneel affecting wrist and headlock. Drawing ankle. Swing your left foot forward, striking against your opponent's ankle and pull forward. Step across, heel kick to head, kneel and effect headlock. Inside hock throw. Stamp throw. Step in and stamp right foot, raising right knee as high as possible. This helps the momentum of the throw. Following throw, stamp on wrist and lever his right arm against your knee. Two methods of escape when held over and under arms. Technique number 1. Strike attacker's hand, take his leg and pull to unbalance him. Strike to groin and kidney. Push the attacker's leg away prior to the kick. Technique number 2. Strike to back of hand, pivot, take wrist and push down his shoulder into back hammerlock. Technique number 3. Step forward, dropping your right shoulder, throw and kick to the back of the head. Maintain your grip on the wrist whilst kicking. Technique number 4. Step behind your attacker, pushing him back and down, reverse your grip into lock. Technique number 5. Step to the side, take both his knees and drop to the floor. Strike with elbow to the groin. Technique number 6. Strike to the ears, pull back on his hair, using the forefinger and thumb, apply pressure to the jaw and press into the groin with your knee. Following takedown, wrap arm around into straight arm lock and continue to apply pressure to jaw and groin. Turn and throw, affecting straight arm lock. Before throwing, strike to the nose using the heel of your palm. Knee wheel. Block, step across and kick to the side of the attacker's knee using the sole of your foot. Pull down, then apply pressure to chest and elbow. Bar choke. Here are a number of variations showing a bar choke. Technique number 1. After blocking, reach inside attacker's collar, gripping as high as possible, pushing your forearm into the throat whilst pulling forward. Technique number 2. This variation shows the thumb inside the jacket and a scissor movement of the hands. Variations on shoulder throws. All shoulder throws are executed with pressure against the elbow joint. Technique number 1. Block and take the attacker's arm across the body in a circular movement. Pull down and against the elbow joint and throw. Whilst kneeling on the head, invert the wrist and pull upwards on the elbow. Technique number 2. This technique is a reversal of the first and finishes with a shoulder and headlock. Lapel and shoulder throw. Take lapel, leave the attacker's arm against your elbow, throw and wrap his arm around the back of his head, striking with your elbow against the jaw. When taking the lapel, note the position of the thumb weakening the attacker's resistance. Pull upwards on his collar prior to elbow pressure. This is a further variation from a double punch. Throw and step across, putting pressure against the throat, arm and inner thigh. Sweeping half shoulder throw. Block, step into half shoulder position, throw using leg sweep, kneel and effect arm and neck lock. Here is the same throw from a different angle. Turn the attacker's palm upwards, applying pressure on his thumbs. Throw. Stand on his hands and push his elbows outwards into a lock. And strike. Strangle holds from the back. And now from the front. Extreme care should be taken when practicing these techniques. Do not apply pressure during training. Escape from a full and half Nelson. Technique number 1. Step to the side, take both knees, lift, spin and drop to the floor. Invert wrist and press against elbow. Technique number 2. Step forward, kneel and roll your opponent over into a spinal lock. Note the position of the right palm. Escape from a half Nelson. Stamp on the attacker's right foot, turn inside into a back hammerlock. Execute a rolling ankle throw, followed by a neck scissor lock. An inverted wrist lock is applied. Stamp, pull down on attacker's right arm, pulling him across your shoulders. Apply thumb lock. Technique number 3. Strike to groin using heel, turn the attacker's wrist into back hammerlock. Pull back on his hair and force the elbow upwards. Front scissors throw. Technique number 1. Outside block. Place left hand on floor, stepping past the attacker. Place left leg in front of the attacker. Strike to the back of his knee with your right leg. Sit up and across, affecting leg lock. This is a variation of a front scissors against 2 punches. Step across and attack the opposite leg, reversing your footwork. The lock can now be effected by rolling forward.